Hello guys, this is Michael Cheek again, Mike'sGuitarLessons.com. We're going to finish up Free Falling here by John Mayer. This is the cover John Mayer did. And I learned this off of the live version, so there's 3 people actually playing, but we're pretty much sticking to what's out front, which is mostly John Mayer's parts. And what we're going to do here is just kind of learn the rhythm that he starts playing kind of later in the song. What he really kind of does is eventually he kind of starts mixing up the picking pattern with some strumming, and eventually goes completely into the strumming, and then does some muting and stuff with his rhythm during one part of the song. So the first thing to get out of the way is the chord progression. We've really already learned it in the last video, but we're going to hold down the complete chords here so that we can strum all the way through the guitar neck instead of just using some of the strings. So again, the D chord, just the way we played it, is fine. But the G, what I'd like you to do is play this G right here. Your first finger is going to go in the 2nd fret. Remember, it's the 2nd fret past the capo. So your first finger is going to go in the 2nd fret of the A string. Your middle finger is going to go in the 3rd fret of the thick E string. Your 3rd finger is going to go in the 3rd fret of the B string. And your pinky is going to go on the 3rd fret of the E string. Okay? That's the G I'd like to use. And then the A is pretty much the same too. We can still use this first finger just to go across the B, G, and D string in the 2nd fret, and then have our A string as our bass note open. So our E string here is muted, and we're going to mute our skinny E string as well. So it's just a 4-note chord. Now that takes care of the chords we need in the song, but the order they go in is almost as simple. It's just going to be D to G, and then G, D, A. Okay? So a little faster, more like full speed, is going to kind of sound like this. And you could throw little pull-offs and things like that in there on that A chord if you wanted to, kind of like. And I'm just kind of playing around with this 3rd fret on the B string. You know, you can kind of throw hammers and pull-offs in there. The reason I say that is because every now and then you'll hear stuff like that, but he doesn't do it in a standard pattern that I can just say, do this every time. So I'm just giving you an option there for what you can do. Now the rhythm, if you just want to kind of follow along with the rhythm I'm using, this works for the verse or the chorus, and it's basically like going to be like this. You're going to go D, G, but you're going to hang out on the G, and then G, D, A. And the reason I said G a 2nd time there, even though I was staying on the G the whole time, is because you're kind of accenting that chord, not really accenting it, but setting it apart as part of the next 3 chords where you're strumming them kind of one time each, you know, and kind of making them come out. What I mean is, it's going to sound like this: D, and then G, then stay on the rhythm, and then one good time through G, D, A. So you hang out on that D for a second too. So it's G, D, A, and then you continue with the rhythm on the A chord after that. Okay, you're really here, I try to explain some of this stuff, but the best way to do it is just try to feel your way through the music. Kind of listen to it and try to copy the feeling and not just the notes that you see me playing. Okay, so that's how the rhythm is going to go for the song. Now, the only other thing we really have to worry about is where he's kind of muting a little bit. And all I really do to copy that section is to kind of mute with my right hand a little bit in between some of the chords. And you can kind of pick whichever ones you want to do. Just try to practice it and get used to doing it. But usually I play that part just kind of like, and where he does it is the chorus. He goes into the chorus one time. You can definitely hear he's kind of muting some of his notes. So it's kind of like this. All I'm doing is, let me see if I can get a good angle here. Watch my right hand. I'm going to come down and touch these strings with my right hand here. Okay? And that's basically the technique. This song actually isn't that complicated. I did make 4 videos out of it, but it's not a terribly complicated song, so you should be able to get it pretty quickly, especially if you're just trying to kind of go through there and play rhythm with it and sing along. It's not too bad. So I hope you enjoyed the lesson. It's a great song. Practice it hard.